It is Monday, and yes, I still haven't showered from my class this morning, but I did wash my hands. I am going to prepare my lunch because it is way past my lunchtime. I wanted to show you a little trick of what I do because I have sweet potatoes and they're going bad. I mean, I got bags and bags of sweet potato that people thought, were healthy, and they got it for me, so I'm gonna use them. So this is all I do. I cut some of the bad parts out. I poke the crap out of them, right? All over, right? Then I put them on a plate. Doesn't matter if it's separate or not. Add a little bit of water, just a little bit, okay? Wet them up just a little bit, right? Open up the microwave. Put them in the microwave. Set it for 6 minutes. Set it and forget it. And I'm gonna prepare some meatballs. I believe these are from Aldi. And all I'm gonna do is open up the meatballs, right? I'm gonna set it and forget it, okay? Now, I've already took the liberty of cutting ginger into small dices, and all I'm gonna do in this pan is add some soy sauce, all right? I'm going to add some sesame oil. And this I'm just gonna put half of 1/3 cup. All right. And I'm showing you guys how to use the things in your house, because a lot of people, they complain that they don't have nothing to eat. Guess what? You can have whatever you want to eat and make it at home. I'm gonna put some sriracha, if I know how to open this. I think it's open. Oh no, sorry. The sweet potato sound like it's gonna explode, but it's really not. Okay, so then you take the sriracha, nice little generous portion, and you put it in there. All right, take some honey, which I don't eat honey for anything. I don't use honey for anything, okay, but I'm gonna use it today because I have it, and somebody said that it'll go great on my tea, in my tea, when I'm feeling bad. Oops. And I just want to drink some tea, but they don't know that I usually use skinny syrup. So I'm going to use this. I love using a spatula because you get everything out of the spatula, when you're using some form of liquid. I'm going to take some ginger, which I already cut up. I'm going to throw it in there. And then I'm going to take some garlic. This recipe calls for garlic that's already peeled, but I don't have fresh garlic, so I'm going to use the garlic that I have, that someone bought for me. And I'm going to take some rice wine vinegar. I don't like to measure anything. I'm just using this for show. It would help if I turned on the pot. Oh my gosh. And all I'm going to do is mix this in, okay? I already smell it. It smells really, really good. And I'm going to stir this. I was trying to figure out why it wasn't boiling. But I'm going to stir this, right? And I'm actually going to put a little bit more of the sesame oil. Just a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit more honey. Oh, I haven't had honey in I don't know how long. Again, I'm gonna swipe this clean. And all I'm gonna do, as you can see, I'm gonna let this all marinate together. And you see how liquidy it is? It's gonna get thicker. And all these things together, oh my gosh, smells so good. And so because I cut up just a little bit too much of ginger, I already have, well, I'm gonna take this, ginger, right? And I'm gonna throw it in here. And I'm gonna put some hot water in it. Right? Because y'all know I love tea, right? I'm gonna give this a shake. Some people can eat this ginger by itself. I can't do that. But I'm gonna set it right here because I'm gonna throw it in the microwave. It's been 6 minutes already, okay? That those sweet potatoes have been cooking. But it's easier than putting them in the oven. So the sauce is thickening up. So as that's cooking, right, I'm gonna take the sweet potatoes out. I forewarn you, it's hot, so be careful, okay? I've already gotten severely burned, so my hands are kind of like used to it. So these potatoes should be soft already, right? But I'm gonna turn them around just a little bit. And as you can see, the water that I used allowed it to cook on the other side. So this side is soft. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it right back in the microwave. And I'm gonna cook it probably for another 3 minutes. And then you don't want to have this too high, okay, because you're still combining these ingredients together and you don't want the ginger or the garlic sauce to burn. And once it gets into like a little syrupy type solution, then you can add your meatballs. And I'm constantly stirring so it doesn't get stuck. You smell it. It smells really good. And this is literally what people pay as an appetizer, right? So as that's cooking, I'm going to turn this on. I am going to use a little bit of avocado spray because I don't like to use olive oil, right? And I'm going to heat this up a little bit, right? I am going to open up, someone bought me these bag of broccoli. I think it was Tanya. So you see they're florets. They're not cuts, they're florets. So it's not much. I'm going to show it to you anyway. It's not much, okay? But it's okay. I can still have leftovers. So this, the consistency in this sauce is changing, right? Now, you can wait for it to get thicker, right? You can wait for it, which I'm gonna do. But you gotta constantly stir it because you don't want your ginger or your garlic to burn. This smells so good. Once that starts cooking and the consistency changes, you grab yourself a bowl and okay, I'm gonna put them for another 3 more minutes. And I'm also gonna put a little bit of water, just a little bit. So you can see, okay, it boiled up, right? So I'm gonna take it, again, I love using spatulas. Love, 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 love. These kinds of spatulas, like the baking ones. Because you can sweep all this out, right? Then you put this back on there. You spray a little bit more of the avocado spray, right? You throw your turkey in there, right? And actually, I'm gonna take a couple of them back in here to make a turkey sub, a turkey meatball sub. It's just me, so I'm gonna put these back in the refrigerator. I'm always dropping something, hoping that it didn't break. All right, it didn't break. All right. What did I need in here? Did I need something? No. All right. So these are cooking, right? You take the sauce. It is very, very hot. And you pour it. And you have your sweet teriyaki meatballs. Very easy to make. It's going to be a little spicy because of the ginger. Okay? And again, I love using the spatula because you could get every ounce of it. Now, I could have been a little more generous and used more sauce, but I'm not going to do that. Right? Now, these meatballs are already cooked. All you got to do is warm them up. Right? Ow! I'm going to turn this off. It happens. I don't have an apron, y'all, so if y'all know where I can get an apron, let me know. There you go. This is done. And again, you don't need to cook it, overcook it, because what happens is that the meatballs will burn. So you don't need to overcook it, right? So you set it and forget it. You transfer this over here, right? And you wait for the broccoli to Realities of home cooking. And I don't have Parmesan cheese, so this is what I'm gonna do, right? I'm going to take a piece of this. Yeah, I need an apron. I don't have a cooking apron. So, you take the cheese and you grind, right? Like so. I don't like to buy the one that's already grated. I like to grate cheese myself. I'm not much of a dairy eater, but again, it's in my refrigerator and I'm going to use it. Those sweet potatoes are done. It has been about 12 minutes. So you grate that cheese, right? Make sure you cover this up. I love Asiago cheese. It's my preferred cheese when it comes to soups and other, you know, like to put on top of something. Oh my God. All I need is fancy toothpicks. And that's it. Ooh, that's spicy. Ooh. Alright, so I finished using all those ingredients. Right? Ooh, that's spicy. Yes. That means I did something right. And you know what? I can lick my fingers and suck my hands and do all that stuff because it's my kitchen. It's my food. And I cook leftovers. Enough to put leftovers away. Right? I'm going to show you something. I grow these, right? So I'm not going to buy it. Now, again, be careful with the plate because it could be hot. And remember, you put water in it. So you're going to open up the sweet potato, right? And Tanya gets mad at me because I throw away the skin. But she's not here, so we're not going to tell her. Even though I know she knows. She don't be watching my YouTube channels or anything like that, so I know I could get away with it. But anyway, in sweet potato, they say that the majority of the vitamins are in the. I'm gonna use the same bowl. I'm not even gonna rinse it out. I'm gonna use the same bowl that I used that I used to make the sauce. But they say they have the most vitamins. But what people don't fail to realize is that sweet potatoes are high in sugar. They are a carb. It's a root vegetable. And while you may think it's healthier, it's still a carb. It's still a potato. So, for the sake of time, whew, it's hot. And make sure you stir this because you don't want your broccoli to burn. I'm still bummed because there's sweet potato on here. And I'm the type of person that, you know, I'm grateful for everybody that has bought me food. And I'm going to use it. Alright. So I'm going to throw the rest of this in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a fork, right, to mash it up. Again, I don't use these ingredients, but because I have them, I'm going to use them. Why? Because I don't want them to go bad. That's just it. I don't want no excuse to be going to the supermarket. So here's the sweet potato. I'm going to put it in there. And I could use a potato masher, which I have. But in this case, I'm not going to do that. All right? But I would just want to show you how quick and easy you can make a healthy meal, right? Now, I have brown sugar, right? So I'm going to put, because that's how I used to eat my sweet potatoes. Take some brown sugar, right? Just a little bit. You don't need to put that much. And you're going to destroy it. And again, you can use a potato masher if you want. In this case, I'm not going to use one. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to set this plate. But I'm also going to use some of these and I'm going to show you how I set my plate. This broccoli is done, right? I'm going to take it off the stove. I'm going to take some of the now, I'm just being greedy right now because I'm going to show you how I set my plate. So if you are my company, right, I'm not bougie. I just like cooking, right? I'm going to take these, right? Look how pretty. And I grow these scallions. There's no need for me to buy them. I grow them right in the windowsill because I don't have a front yard or a backyard, right? Just a little bit. All right, set it right there. Add a couple pieces of broccoli, right? Just to make it look pretty. Piece of the broccoli. And trust me, if I had all the stuff that I would need to put this stuff on YouTube and, you know, do it professionally, I would. But I'm limited and I know people appreciate what I do. So take some of the grated cheese, sprinkle it on top. And voila. Clean it up a little bit. Like the restaurants do. And you can go into P.F. Chang's and get this for $17, $15, but I just made it at home. So this is a healthy meal. Again, I don't encourage the sweet potatoes and cheese, but I have it and I'm gonna eat it. So voila, there you go.